Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Johnson will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Number 27 stands in for the first time. He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And now a shot of the Cardinals starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Steve, what's the key for them to continue this winning streak?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along. If this guy's in the zone, then be aggressive. Go up there hacking. But if he's trying to be effectively wild within the strike zone, then you got to be a little more patient and work the count.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Shot back up the middle, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Tommy Pham takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? I bet he does.
Stepping in now, Steven Ilez. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base. Number 19 will stand in now. Switch hitter batting from the left side here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
Here's the 0-2. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And he's not stopping as third base coach Jose Oquendo's waving him in. And not in time as the second run scores. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Number 19 has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Line to the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the most athletic shortstops in all of the game, Addison Russell comes to mind.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. St. Louis is out in front, 3-0. Jaime Garcia gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you take a look at that whip. It's under 1-2, which tells me he's been pretty darn effective all year long. We'll see how he does in this one.
Jason Watson will stand in, hoping to make a late-season push here toward moving to the top of the RBI leaderboard.
This guy's got a chance at the RBI title, but he only has a couple RBIs in his last 10.
Time constraints will pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. Steven Ilez makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Watson has a beat on it. 1 down.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. He sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Drives it to deep right field. So they're going back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4. And how about that? Number 19 has got himself his first big league round tripper. We'll have to wait and see how many more of these he can mount in his career, but for now I'm sure he's happy to say he's got his first.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. I'm sure he was practically floating as he jogged the bases. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over. You know his phone's going to blow up. He's going to be calling his mom, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting, shortstop
Edmund Sosa will step forward now. Lined out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
He's made good contact in his first 2 at-bats, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the 2nd time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game. Rendell Grichuk will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 15, Rendell Grichuk.
5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. This is line to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Danny Duffy will be the new pitcher. So striding in, number 27, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Going back is the center fielder. And that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. Two-run shot to straightaway center. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Leading off the inning, Anthony Garcia. And they'll need him to get something going here. In there, 1-2 now. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, his second of the game, as they've cut this deficit down to 4.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Matt Carpenter will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And they'll keep it going here as he's into third base with a triple.
The batter.
So coming to the plate, Tommy Pham. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
And ideally, with nobody out, you take a fly ball or a simple grounder up the middle to get that guy home. Hard to argue about this swing, though. That ball was smashed. But as it turns out, it's not getting the job done.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder on the run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And the run is in to score from third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Rick Vaughn is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Number 19 will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Watson waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Edmund Sosa comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. 1-1, here it is. Lifted in the air out to right. After it is Soler. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. And now you might start wondering about a pinch hitter. If that's the case, here's what the Redbirds have left on the bench. Jared Saltalamacchia will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Jared Saltalamacchia.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. But he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. In to score is the runner from third, and the runner from second is in to score. Number 8 will come in and pitch now.
Now batting, number 27. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 8.
And time will be called here as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Soler racing back. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as they've taken a two-run lead.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Standing in now, Anthony Garcia struck him out, and the inning finally comes to a close. Oh boy, the wheels really came off the bus here in the top of the ninth as a huge ninth-inning rally has totally changed the complexion of this ballgame. Trevor Rosenthal is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Addison Russell will stride forward to lead it off, and I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or two on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Now batting,
Chris Bryant will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he holds up on this one, but it's a cold strike 3. And with that, the ball game is over.
And I, for one, thought this game would never end. I mean, I've seen basketball games that were lower scoring than this. But you know what? Give these guys credit. They were able to finally get the job done.
Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
time of the ball game.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second. Sang is on the mound for Game 2. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Number 27 will stand in, coming off a 2-home run game a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. It's always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Danny Espinoza gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Right side hit hard, and that will get through into right, so there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
The pitcher, number 53.
Colton Wong will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Runners going. Smoke toward the hole. And that's through for a hit. The throw to third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. Number 27 will come in now in a big spot. And the infield, I would think, would have to come in now with the game tied.
Yeah, you've got to cut this run down at the plate if at all possible. So this may move everything.
And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. Here's a line drive, and he's given them the lead, and maybe more than that. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third, and the run is in to score from second. And he's in there with a 2-run triple. Danny Duffy will come in and pitch now. Stephen Piscotty digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and that'll build the lead up to 3 here in the top of the 9th.
Well, that's what he's done well all season. And that's swing the bat with runners in scoring position. He drives in another one here on the RBI double.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have...
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the St.
Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you can see right there, he's eclipsed that 200 strikeout.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. It's a solo shot here for Jed Jerko. 8th home run on the season for him, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting,
Michael Oman will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the...
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field. And that is going to clear the wall. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit. Neil Ramirez will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Matt Carpenter will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Career homer number 149. As it's now down to an 8-run ball game. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well. To deep right field. Out of here. And how about that? Back-to-back-to-back home runs. C.J. Edwards will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Standing in now, Brandon Barnes. A swing, and there it goes. Forget about it. This is going to be back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to left. Number 10 for him on the year. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. There it goes. And are you kidding me? Pencil it into the history books. Another home run. A solo shot here to left. Number 33 on the year. As they try to claw back, it's a 5-run deficit. Into the box now, Mike Moustakas. Hit sharply toward the right side. McKinney is there, 1 away.
And here's the numbers from his last appearance. And in a word, ugly. Boy, this guy just could never figure it out there, and he got hit with the loss and relief. And there's nothing else you can say. He deserved it.
Hard hit towards center. Hayward is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Jed Jerko makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason.
Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd of the game, as they've cut this deficit down to 4. This one's also hit well. Deep down the right field line. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. McKinney going back on it. But he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
now batting.
Into the box now, Michael Oman. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double. Rick Vaughn is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose.
Rick Vaughn.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Hayward giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And a diving effort in center, but he can't get a glove on it. And the run is in to score from second, and he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So coming to the plate, Stephen Piscotty, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him the pitch that he likes.
And a diving effort, but he can't make the play in right. And the run is in to score from third. And he is in at third base with an RBI triple. So striding in, Brandon Barnes, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. On the move is Hayward. But he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And he's in at third base safely, so the go-ahead run is right there with two gone.
Wow. I mean, they're down to their final out. Things are looking pretty bleak. And then whammo! That's a huge at-bat right here as he's going to tie the game here with that triple. And oh, how the tide has turned with just one swing of the bat.
In now, Brendel Grichuk. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. So a two-run shot to left center, his second home run of the game, as they've taken a two-run lead. Number 8 will come in and pitch now. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, Brendel Grichuk collected a total of 4 driven in as the Cardinals beat their rival Cubs 17-15. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. At the moment, the Cubs are atop the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Cardinals are second in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. The Cincinnati Reds earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the visiting Braves 5-3. The win was their 6th straight as a team. Right now, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, 10.5 back. Tyler Cravey earned his first career big league win on the mound, leading the Brewers to victory over the Pirates, 3-2. Heading into today, the Pirates sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Brewers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Washington Nationals got together to allow 4 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami, 1-0. Jose Fernandez twirled 8 solid innings, allowing only 1 earned run, yet still came away with the loss on the mound. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. As of today, the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. The Nationals are 2nd in the division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wild card. The New York Mets got 11 overall hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 4-0. At the moment, the Phillies are in 4th place in the NL East. They're 15 games back. The Mets are atop the division. They are enjoying a comfortable 9-game cushion. The San Francisco Giants cracked 14 hits overall as they got a road win against Arizona, 9-4. Looking at the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, 17 games out of first. The Giants are 2nd in the division, 17 games out of first. The Colorado Rockies total 11 hits as they got the best of the Dodgers at home, 3-2. Heading into today, the Rockies sit in 4th place in the National League West, 20 games out of first. The Dodgers are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. The Orioles tallied 5 home runs overall as they pummeled the Yankees 16-0. As of today, the Yankees are atop the American League East Division, 4 games up. The Orioles are 4th in the division, 5 games back. The Tampa Bay Rays combined to allow only 4 hits as they bested the visiting Padres 3-1. The Padres are in last place in the NL West. They're over the Jays 1. Looking at the standings, the Indians are atop the division. They have a 3-game cushion. Mike Trout plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies, helping lead the Angels over Detroit 12-2. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. At the moment, the Tigers are in 2nd place in the AL Central, 3 games back. The Angels are leading the AL West. They own a 2.5-game advantage. Jake Arrieta pitched his way to his 100th career victory, helping the Royals push past the Twins 5-2. Right now, the Twins are in 4th place in the AL Central, 11.5 games out of first. The Royals are 3rd in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. Rougned Odor plated 3 runs on the day, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 5-3. Looking at the standings, the Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West, 10.5 back. The Rangers are 2nd in the division, 2.5 games out of first. Sonny Gray got the win on the mound, his 14th this season, as the Athletics defeated the Astros 5-3. As of today, the Astros are in 3rd place in the AL West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wild card. The A's are at the bottom of the division. They're 19.5 games out of first. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.